Wellington.
Well, there really is nothing like being at home, and that is certainly the case for Perth Glory. 3 wins on the bounce at Sam Kerr Football Centre. Can they continue that this evening when they take on the Western Sydney Wanderers, who themselves are coming off an important fixture last week, a 1-1 draw against Canberra United, a much-needed point for this Western Sydney Wanderers side. As we take a look at these round 12 fixtures, Sydney FC Adelaide United 0-0 draw. Tomorrow, Wellington Phoenix taking on Melbourne City. They'll be without Samba, and the Newcastle Jets, Central Coast Mariners, an F3 derby, who doesn't love that. And then to close out the round, a Melbourne Victory taking on Brisbane Roar, 5 p.m. on Sunday. It is 2 sides who really need the points. Western Sydney Wanderers probably a little bit more than Perth Glory, sitting bottom of the league table. But Perth at the moment, they're in the top 6. And they're coming off a good win against the Newcastle Jets last week, and that's exactly why Stephen Peters has elected to go with the same starting 11 that defeated the Newcastle Jets. Sarah O'Donoghue will lead the line, and after a good defensive performance, Onyechi Zog and Tian McKenna will anchor the defence from Perth Glory. Gabby Holler stays on the bench after returning last week, as well as a few other names on the bench. But there is Sarah O'Donoghue, an interesting mixed bag last week against the Newcastle Jets. Certainly some really impressive moments on the ball for her, but there were some chances in front of goal that she certainly would like to have back. If she's fit and firing, can certainly be a positive step for Perth Glory in getting the win tonight. And for the Western Sydney Wanderers, there are 2 changes from the Wanderers side that drew with Canberra United. 20-year-old Poppy Hooks comes into defence, replacing Alana Cern, who moves to the bench. Holly Caspers makes her return to the matchday squad after not being selected last week. And despite getting the equalising goal last weekend, Millie Bennett will start on the bench. A player who is very important for this Western Sydney Wanderers is Chloe Berryhill. It is her final campaign as a professional footballer. She's brought so much to the game, and she's going to provide so much for this Wanderers side if they're going to be able to beat Perth Glory. You know, she brings such a wealth of experience for a side that have got a lot of young players and need to build for the future and can continue to grow in the league and climb up the league table. She's going to be an important experienced voice alongside Amy Harrison, who you can see speaking to the group ahead of this fixture. Stephen Peters set his side a task to be more technical and more clinical in moments that mattered against the Newcastle Jets, and that's exactly what they did. Can they build on that performance? That will be the big question around tonight. They've made this ground a sort of fortress for them. These are important games and important points they need to pick up at home. And our referee this evening, Rachel Mitchinson, and our assistant referees, Anastasia Philokroutis and Liam Howgate. And there is Jeff Abrams. Came into this side to try and develop the talent, to bring a little bit more stability. Wanderers are doing things a little bit different. They're bringing more international players into this squad. But they need to get the points. They've only got 5 so far. As I mentioned, bottom of the league table, sorry. Tanika Matos, 100 games last week. What an accomplishment. To be party spoilers here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Georgia Cassidy had a really good game last week, and that hamstring was strapped up. Went off injured against Newcastle, so it's good to see her that she's able to play in this fixture. Everybody seemed to get out. They're excited, ready for this fixture to kick off, and they've started just a little bit too early, so now wait around. These players get more nervous. All seeming to be very relaxed. And Julia Sardo, she was a new face to Perth Glory this season after spending time with the Western United. But we are finally underway here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Wanderers get the game going. Teresa Morrissey laying it out to Tian McKenna. Sardo back to McKenna. Something that was really impressive about Perth against Newcastle is their ability to press. They force the issue. That's why they scored 8 minutes into the game, courtesy of Julius Sardo. Sorry, not Julius Sardo, Izzy Dalton. And they're quick to attack here. Fonson Cam out on the right, got O'Donoghue through the middle. Cutting it low across the ground. Second effort back in, well out of play. So 28 degrees in Perth. Very warm, not as warm as it's been in other parts of the country. I'm sure everybody's staying safe with bushfires at the moment. Sean Karmas is always a steady anchor in goal. Experienced voice at the back, plays it short. Sardo, just a heavy collision against Poppy Hooks. I don't think she really touched it, and I think she has every right to complain there. That ball missed both those players, and it's out. Dalton, Zog. Sardo just ran straight into Holly Caspers, who's returned back into this squad. And it really doesn't look like it hit any of them, but they did certainly hit each other on the way out. Knee, it looks like Holly Caspers, so keep an eye on that as this game progresses. Cassidy to McKenna. Zog. Johnston. It was interesting to see as this game progresses. Will they try and force the issue? When will they try and press Perth? Ball's well cut out in the end by Hooks. It's been lively to start this game. Cool customer. O'Donoghue couldn't find that pass out to Sardo. Cleared by Matos. Caspers trying to turn. This is the sort of intensity that was such a key to Perth's game against Newcastle, forcing the issue, not allowing the opposition side to have any time and space to turn, to find the next pass, really rushing the play. This time a little overzealous in that challenge from Sarah O'Donoghue. Harrison. Matos. It's better, but once again cut out by McKenna. Johnston. Looking very settled to start this game, Perth. A lot of possession. Trying to find the runner, Fonson Cam, but off her line very quickly. The experienced Sham Karmas. Has to clear long. Eunice against Cassidy. And Zog just barged into the back of Berry Hill. High ball, Eunice, Cassidy, two players with young Matilda's experience. Ball forward, Johnston has to be mindful. Morrissey. Good communication between the defender and goalkeeper. He was looking really nervous, Stephen Peters, against Newcastle as the side try to hold on to their 1-0 lead. Starting this game looking stressed already. Quick ball through. Fonson Camp can't get on the end of it. Sorry to Hooks. That's a wayward pass. both sides, when they've had possession, they've tried to go with that splitting pass through opposition, trying to break the lines. We've got Tian McKenna down, and Zog is going to just put the ball out of play. We've had a lot of issues defensively. Perth already lost Naomi Chinema, who's unavailable. Richie Zog is back as well. Tian McKenna is typically a fullback coming into play at centre back. So this will give a good opportunity for an early tactical discussion from both coaches. Perth have obviously had a large portion of the possession to start this game. Wanderers happy to sit back at times. Just see McKenna didn't look too comfortable there and just played it straight to Zog and took a seat. It's that left knee, the area that seems to be getting treatment. Youth on this team, but experienced leaders like Berry Hill, Harrison, Karmas, who've kind of settled this side, and Danica Matos as well, who got that 100 games. It's not a good sign to see a player go down so early in a game. Hopefully McKenna's going to be set to continue in this fixture, but she'll continue to receive treatment. See if she's able to return. And Perth will get the ball back. They did have possession before that ball went out of play. Sato. Cassidy. Short pass found the feet of Eunice. Immediately trying to send the ball in, but right idea. Berry Hill applauds it. Just not the execution. A promising young player, Talia Eunice. Has her moments. Break the lines and really be aggressive in attack. Donahue not able to bring it down. Chisari. It's a chase that Bronte True is not going to win. Former Perth Glory player as well. 4 games for them to start her career. Up against former club, a rivalry sort of game for her. I'm sure she'd love to prove a point. Sato, Tovar to Sato. Cassidy with a heavy touch, and Eunice able to poke it away to Berry Hill now. Sticking out a boot is Izzy Dalton. McKenna back into action and giving possession away poorly. Berry Hill going to ground, still winning possession. Giving it back though. This is a clever ball into O'Donoghue. Not able to shield the ball, but retains possession. Fonson-Camp. Eventually taken away by Anna Harada. Sato. Here at believe it was Stephen Peters telling his side just a little bit of possession, just being a bit clumsy at times. Sahada up against her former teammate in Berryhill. True. Toss. Ying. Harada. See Perth Glory absolutely dominating possession stats at the moment. Andrew's doing a lot of defending, but haven't been troubled too much, so I'd certainly be happy to see the game played in front of them. Just has to be mindful of those line-breaking passes. Sato. Mercy only as far as Berryhill. Caspers back to Berryhill. Building momentum. That pass wayward and almost falling into the lap of Holly Caspers. McKenna. Sato. Johnston. That's a flat driving delivery across the box. Couldn't find the head of a teammate. Only as far as Fonsoncam. That's a dangerous area to give possession away. Trying to turn the corner. Only managing a goal kick. You have to be really mindful there, the Wanderers, when trying to play out. That ball was cheaply given back to Fonsoncam. Lucky enough, they had enough players around to force a wide and force her to the line. Well defended by Wang Ying. Ying on the ball once again. Chinese international. You can have a look at that. 25 total passes for the Western Sydney Wanderers. 41. There's a big discrepancy. You can't be having 25 passes and only 60% accuracy. That is not a good trend. Dalton hugging the line and getting the throw in. True. She managed to turn the corner and will win her side. The corner. Izzy Dalton, captain. Set with corner duties, and we saw a little bit of this. We've seen it a lot this season. True. Right next to the goalkeeper, trying to cause a little bit of chaos. What can this delivery produce? Deep delivery, only really red and white shirts there as well, so there's a foul in there. Anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered, but it's a high, deep delivery and headed away in the end by Poppy Hooks, and then Sarah O'Donoghue was teeing up before she heard that whistle. Ying playing with a little bit of fire, but getting a reward. Able to break that first line of defence. To attack, really. McKenna. Cassidy has got a driving run from Grace Johnson. Just couldn't get it wide enough, but you can see Johnson, she's such a runner, such a workhorse. That's always going to be available. Eunice. Berryhill left it. Matos able to pick it up. Pass way too much on it. Bronte True now in a sprint. Up against Hooks. And Hooks gets there first. who also up against her former side, the Wanderers.
Boys football, but girls, well done.
Defended by Sato. Sari not able to regain control. Zog. Johnston. Fonson Cam loose with possession. Chisari. Once again, we've seen that pass a few times from both teams of, as I mentioned, trying to break the lines with those passes and trying to find a runner, but just haven't worked out for neither side at the moment. They're not necessarily getting the run to require that kind of pass anyway. Really, it's getting bogged down in this middle of the park area. Both sides having great difficulty in trying to enter the final third and then creating something after that. Immediately taken off Dalton by hooks. Berryhill. Sato. O'Donoghue. Wayward passes once again. Eunice able to fight back, and Corey Mitchinson plays advantage. Eunice was certainly fouled a few moments ago. Hooks. Harrison. Wang Ying. It's those kinds of moments that I don't really want to see. Just putting your defense under more pressure. Very chaotic and clustered game at the moment. Neither side really able to break away, despite Perth having the majority of possession. Berryhill. But a few numbers ahead. Runner out to her left, goes to the right. Matos. Using her speed, now she cuts it across. That's a great ball. Eunice was charging in alongside Holly Caspers. And Morrissey not able to collect the pass. They'll get the corner. So we take a look at this. Matos did really well. That's a great delivery into the box. Eunice making the run, and then it comes off on Yetchi Zog. And Morrissey disappointed in herself, not able to safely put the ball into her hands. Disappointed in the end. You have to give a little bit of credit to Onyechi Zog for getting in the way, but that's what you want more of if you're the Wanderers. That kind of delivery from Matos, those kinds of runs. Force the issue, force Perth to answer some questions. Amy Harrison on set-piece duties this time. Eunice, Annie Morrissey near post, and Wang Ying got her boot to it and took a deflection off Julia Sato. They'll go again. You see a repeat. Something different. Harrison. This time a high, deep delivery. Numbers back there. Ying got her head to it. Chaos on the line. Fonson Cam able to clear. Now can Perth break away? McKenna. Chisari knocks the ground, but Bronte true. And in offside position, the flag is up on the right hand side. They'll continue anyway. And a shot on goal. Izzy Dalton straight into the hands of Sham Karmas. Flag did look like it went up by Liam Howgate. Not sure if it got waved away, but a great chance for Perth to counter after Western Sydney Wanderers are so close to breaking the deadlock. Hooks hounded. Take a look at this build-up. It does look like Liam Howgate certainly stops, puts his flag up. Play continues true with a great pass, and then Dalton straight into the hands of Sham Karmas. Not really sure what happened there in terms of the flag going up and then play continuing. But a missed opportunity in the end for Perth Glory. Harada. Hooks. Karmas going wide, and Johnson did well to track the ball and find the pass. Got numbers in the box. And Johnson delivery not as good as Tanika Matos is on the other side. Caspers going for a run. Zog far behind, chasing and trailing. Holly Caspers, can she get the shot away? She can. But Morrissey stood in the way, blocked the shot, and keeps this game level. Holly Caspers returned back to this team. Had a great opportunity, just couldn't find the space either side of Teresa Morrissey to find the back of the net. Andrews, a few more moments recently, building a little bit of confidence. Sardo. Tovar. Certainly getting dragged by Amy Chisari. O'Donoghue. Heavy pass, but will find safety in possession of Georgia Cassidy. McKenna. Sardo. Once again, a little bit too loose with the touch. Eunice finding a little bit of space at the moment, Talia Eunice. This time, Caspers not able to chase down the ball ahead of Onyechi Zog. Hook with touch from Bronte True. Trying to find the run of Ella Buchanan. Dalton. Johnston. Sardo. Berry Hill. Chisari. Harada, and that's going to come back after hitting the feet of Rachel Mitchinson. Harrison. Berry Hill. Caspers. Eunice. Finding a lot of space in the middle of the park. Talia Eunice. That's a deep delivery. Matos. Caspers. And could she have let that drop and taken a strike? Who knows, but building in the last few minutes. Holly Caspers. It's going down earlier in this game. Building into it. 25-year-old. Yet to score this season, but 1 assist to her name. Chisari. Berryhill. Camp trying to shield the ball. It's snatched away. A savvy veteran, Berryhill. No surprise. Majority of possession, middle of the park. Cassidy. It's over. For all the possession that Perth have had, they haven't created, bar that chance to Izzy Dalton, a lot of great opportunities. It has been the Wanderers who have created on the counter more times and being the most likely, looking like the most likely to score in this game. Johnston not able to be controlled by True.
Poppy.
Berryhill. Buchanan. Gaspers. Back to Buchanan. This is the area where they want the ball more. Chisari. This pass needs to be good and blocked by Dalton. Tovar helping out defensive duties. Johnston.
Excellent! Well done!
Zog. A lot of possession has been spent passing it amongst the defence. Cassidy. McKenna. Johnston. So often finding space high up the line. Comfortably headed away by Hooks. This is important, a chance right here. And it's absolutely taken. Emma Tovar, new signing this season. What a great finish. Took that chance. First goal in Perth Glory colours. Well cut out. And then edge of the box. Seized the moment. Dalton was getting dragged back and found the net. Sham Canvas is livid with their sides defending. How was Tovar allowed that much space on the line to turn, to shoot? It's an important goal. 22-year-old Melina Tovar. Really good. You can see how pleased she is. Finally, Perth Glory able to capitalise on the mountain of possession that they've had. Wanderers disappointing. They've had a few good ones themselves. We've seen this game be open at times. Wanderers have turned defence into attack so quickly. So can they regroup, get themselves back into this game? They were down early last week against Canberra, 1-0. And then Millie Bennett came on, made a few key substitutions, and they found their way to the back of the net. Have to be patient. For Perth, a really important goal and real confidence booster, not only for the team, but for Emma Tovar. Johnston just trying to nudge Buchanan out of the way. Tovar, Dalton, Sato, Fonsonkamp, surveying the area, trying to find a hole, and that's not it. That's straight to Talia Eunice. Donahue, Fonsonkamp, trying to find the angle. McKenna thought about it for a second. Continue to build. Sato, curling effort. Sarah O'Donoghue tried to go for the spectacular and hit it first time as a volley, but couldn't get it away. Caspers, Eunice, Buchanan, defended by Johnston. Eunice came short, tried to be an option. Now she needs somebody to be her option. Buchanan. Harrison moving high, and that shot was low. Harrison teeing up and comfortable catch in the end for Teresa Morrissey. Oh, effort. And then this one a little bit higher. So next time should be just right. O'Donoghue. Dalton. Light touch. Harada, Eunice. Buchanan. Cut out by Zog. That ball had just gone out of play. Eunice. Harada. Dalton. Not sure what happened there, but everybody seemed to stop. Play continues. To get on with things unless you hear the whistle. Well read by Julia Sato. Eunice. Berryhill. Evades one. Can we get the same delivery got last time? That's excellent! Eunice! Seemed to get a shot away, but it must have come off. Perth defender will be a goal kick. Matos again with an inviting delivery. that one just slightly ahead of Talia Eunice and off Grace Johnston. And then that must have been back off Eunice again for a goal kick. Morrissey, dangerous pass. This is all very chaotic from Perth Glory, and Berryhill has a chance to equalise. She wants to take a shot, elects to go to Caspers, and that one cleared to Fonson-Camp. And as far as Poppy Hawks. Buchanan. Ying lefts it for Harrison. McKenna. Donohue's got a little bit of space. Tovar, heavy touch. But the idea was there. Too far away from half-time. Imagine that there are both areas of improvement for both teams in the second half. Obviously, Perth with the goal advantage. A little bit more confident and happy, but has to be better at times in possession. And for the Wanderers, positives in when they're able to find the ball to Matos, at least, especially on this right-hand side. She's able to get a delivery, and we've seen those deliveries be really good so far in this game. Just haven't got on the end of it yet. And they also have to be a little bit more technically sharp with their passes. The accuracy has been a little bit shaky in this game. That's a high bouncing delivery as Shan Carmens and Susan Fonson can go. I don't want to argue. Let play continue. Berryhill trying to turn. Just stumbled for a moment as Sato doesn't look like she's able to keep that in play. Benjamin Anastasia Filacruz disagrees. Fonson-Camp just came in and bumped her and saw Sham Karmas giving her the eyes, saying be very careful. Fonson-Camp seems to just apologise. Wasn't my intention. Now getting a word from Richardson. Rachel Richardson, referee. Sorry, with a shove at the end as well. Two fiery moments very close together. Not to concede a foul, the Wanderers. That's quite impressive. Struggling to consistently build their way up the field of play with some accurate passes. Like that, that's wayward. Just immediately given back to them. Sato. Zog. City. Tovar. Tovar. Find Bronte True. A quiet first half. Hasn't got on the end of it too much. Atos as Sato just constant, yeah, of course, just moving, trying to block passing lanes. Very active sort of defender. Zog. Mercy. Started to press a little bit and Perth able to work their way out of the press. O'Donoghue. Still nobody closes her down, and eventually Amy Harrison does, but she fouls her in the process. Dangerous place to give a free kick away. Just nobody seemed to close her down, retreating, and then that's an easy decision. Just stuck her foot across the body of O'Donoghue. Didn't make contact with the ball. It's the first foul they've conceded. Couldn't make it to halftime, so close. And it provides a great opportunity for Perth to double their advantage. It is quite straight on and quite close, so difficulty is generating the power, but also getting it to dip as well. Susan Fonsonkamp and Izzy Dalton standing over it, but it does look like Fonsonkamp is going to be the one who takes it. Talia Yunus is very close. She's not a part of the wall, but she is awfully close. Thin line to stand behind. It's Fonsonkamp. Sets her eyes and not sure what's bothering her at the moment, but Fonsonkamp tees up and gets the curl! Susan Fonsonkamp! What an effort! Doubles the lead for Perth Glory. Got the pace, got the curl, and got it to turn away from Sham Karmas. It's so disappointing for Western Sydney Wanderers. They hadn't conceded a foul all the first half, and the first one they give it away. Fonsonkamp says, thank you very much, I will take that and I will add a goal to my stats. Tovar and Fonsonkamp, they're certainly enjoying that goal. What a great strike. Hit that top left-hand corner, found it, nothing that Sham Karmas could do. This really could be a fortress for them here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. 3 wins on the bounce, looking to make it a 4th, and that's a wayward pass. Fonsonkamp, Tovar, the 2 goal scorers. Can O'Donoghue join the party? Well defended by the Wanderers. O'Donoghue, Tovar. 3 minutes to add on to this first 45 minutes of action. It was quiet for such a large portion of it, particularly at the start, but Perth Glory know how to put on a show, especially when they are at home. Ellie Buchanan, and they find something late in this first half. This is a good first half. Great even if you are a Perth supporter, because moments where it just looked like they were having possession just for the sake of having possession, and then taking those opportunities. That is a sign of a team that is trying to really make an impact, trying to make finals. 3 shots on goal and 2 finding the back of the net. That's the kind of clinical behaviour that you need from a team who wants to compete with some of the familiar names that we see at the top of the Ninja A-League ladder. Particularly with this season, the ladder all jumbled up with the amount of games played. It is so important to continue to get points, put pressure on teams. Fonsong Camp. Dalton. McKenna. Now really will be a test of Jeff Abrahams and this very young Western Sydney Wanderers side. How do they respond in the second half? They responded last week, got themselves a point. They can't concede another one late here in this first half. Berryhill and Harada. Buchanan. Eunice. Coming across. Chisari. Harada.
Up we go, ladies, up we go! Up we go! Up we go!
This is nice from Perth. True, cutting it across. O'Donoghue left it off the feet of Fonsong Cam and then saved acrobatically by Sham Karmas, but there won't be enough time in the first half for a corner. Susan Fonsong Cam with the pick of the bunch to close out the first 45 minutes of action. A great set piece to find the net, but before that, Emma Tovar got the scoring underway for Perth Glory. It's been an important first 45 minutes of action, and it's Perth Glory who lead 2-0 against the Western Sydney Wanderers. Take a look at how the half unfolded. Berryhill. This was the sign of the positive moments for the Wanderers. Matos with great deliveries into the box, and you saw that a couple of times. And then Holly Caspers got away from Onyachi Zog, but couldn't get it past Teresa Morrissey. And these proved to be really important saves for Perth Glory. A great chance, but Zog just putting enough pressure to take Caspers away, and that's poor from Buchanan. Straight to the feet of Izzy Dalton. And then Emma Tovar. Really is a day of long-range efforts from the Perth Glory players. Tovar just outside the box, and the same direction Susan Fonsong Cam was to go later on to double the lead. Matos, once again, with a really good delivery. And Talia Eunice, so close to redirecting it on target. That's another really good and inviting delivery. But then this was the first foul that the Western Sydney Wanderers had conceded all game. And then Susan Fonsong Cam absolutely punishes them for it. Beautifully finished and slots it into the net. And a great advantage for Perth Glory to take into the second half at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Perth Glory more possession, less shots, but crucially 2 goals and shots on target 100%. That is what they want to continue on. For the Western Sydney Wanderers, they need to be a little bit better in terms of possession, and they certainly need to be better in terms of success right in the back of the net. But it will be, we'll take a quick break here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. I'll be right back.
Get ready to cheer just like Liberty supports the A-Leagues. They're on your team too. Whether you're planning a holiday...
Welcome back here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre, where Perth Glory are currently leading 2-0 against the Western Sydney Wanderers. And a team that certainly we've been really impressed with this season are the Wellington Phoenix. And just as their Nepalese star was hitting top form, misfortune has struck the Phoenix in the 77th minute against Brisbane Roar last weekend. Samba went down in the box, suffering a season-ending medial cruciate ligament injury to her right knee. We send our best wishes to the fan favourite for a speedy recovery and celebrate her impact on the league, clearly reflected on the strong Nepalese presence.
Sydney is affectionately known by locals as Wonderland, but when Wellington Phoenix came to town, it was Sambaland. More than 1,600 fans rolled up to catch a glimpse of their hero.
She's born in Nepal, so anyone from Nepal is always good.
And we support Samba.
And she is the beacon of hope in Nepalese women's football, and she's here doing amazing thing, being the lethal striker she's meant to be.
I'm also from Nepal. We love her too.
And after scoring a brace in Wellington's record 7-0 demolition of Sydney last time out, hopes were high Samba would add to her tally. Amongst the faithful was the state's honorary consul of Nepal, who brought along his family to witness football royalty in the flesh.
She is the first player of Nepalese origin to be in A-League. We're so proud of her. You can see, I think probably half of the crowd has
come here to attend the event. Of course, but because of Samba, right? You can see young kids who are born here, especially Nepalese origin kids and other kids as well, what it means to them, right? And when they see crowd, when they see support, I think that really encourages them, inspires them.
Once the match kicked off, the crowd cheered every one of Samba's touches, and they didn't have to wait long for her to make a meaningful impact.
Dropping to Samba, and it's Emma Main who's on the spot, can steer it into the back of the net for the Wellington Phoenix.
Early in the second half, Samba delivered what they all came to see.
Searching for a Phoenix shirt, Samba falls to her perfectly, and it's Samba on the spot.
Moments later, she was in the thick of the action once again.
Samba, great speed, centering pass to Emma Main, and for her second of the afternoon.
Full time brought another groundswell of emotion and celebration as Wellington retained the coveted Sister City Cup against the Wanderers.
And there is Darren. He is a new face here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. He is Darren, the APD Global Robot. Brought out the ball today and got a Lego sort of body there. And some really great goals we saw in the first half of football between Perth Glory and the Western Sydney Wanderers. And Tovar's one to start it off. It looked like it would be one of the best ones we see this weekend. After Izzy Dalton did a great job to pick it off the pass, and then Tovar teeing up for a long range effort. And that ball able just to keep drifting away from Sham Karmas. And that put Perth Glory one goal up. That's Tovar's first goal in Perth colours, first goal in the A-League Women's. Then this free kick proved to be very costly for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Their first one they gave away in the first half. And Susan Fonsonkamp with a beautiful effort managed to get it to go up and then dip just in time and then curl away as well. It's been a great, lively first half of action. It's something that you can't miss out on in March this year, the Women's Asian Cup, where you might see some familiar faces in the competition.
1, 2, 3, best believe I got something up my sleeve. I'm a queen and I'm coming for my throne. Should've known your days were numbered. It's my turn, watch and learn.
Oh, I say it's incredible!
Welcome back here at the Sam Kerr Football Centre, where Perth Glory have a 2-goal advantage against the Western Sydney Wanderers. They really seized on their moments. 3 shots on goal, 2 shots in the back of the net. That's the kind of success rate that you're after, and there's one of the goal scorers in Susan Fonsonkamp. Excellent finish. Let's get on the score sheet. Sarah Donahue, she had her moments as well. Lively player. Can they continue to build Perth in this second half, build the advantage, get more goals? They are going to make a substitution. So Georgia Cassidy, after starting the game with strapping to her hamstring, has come off and replaced by Misha Anderson. So see how it shakes things up as here is Darren, the APD global robot, delivering the ball for the second half as Sarah O'Donoghue gets a high five. Oh, don't get in Darren's way. Sarah O'Donoghue wasn't sure what to do. And Darren's lost something as well. Oh no. What's going on? He's lost, I don't know what he's lost, but his hair is still looking very cool. Just getting a little off course. There is a line to follow and he's lost it again. No, not again, Darren. It's really slow and steady to find the finish line this time so he can get the second half underway. That is Darren, the APD global robot, bringing the ball out for the second half. Here's how things are done in the Ninja A-League. Second half underway. Ball cleared by Ella Buchanan. Zog. There's confirmation of that halftime substitution. Georgia Cassidy off for Misha Anderson, who slots straight into defence as centre-back partner for Onyechi Zog, which means that Tian McKenna will replace Cassidy in the middle of the park. His number 6 sort of role. Trying to put it across. Donahue misjudged it. Buchanan. Johnston. Took a pinball for a moment, eventually finding the release in Buchanan. Wan Ying. It's really important that the Wanderers have a positive start to the second half and try and put some pressure. We saw them at times in the first half use the press occasionally. Perth, for the most part, were able to deal with it relatively well, able to pass their way out of it. But by the nature of the game, being 2-0 down, they are going to have to force the issue. Have a lot of time, but have to show that intent early on and can't get lulled into just going with the flow. They need to force the issue if they want to get something out of the game. Wasn't the directed target. Ying. Tova. Sorry, Bronte Drew. Just Couldn't keep it in play that time. John McKenna almost weaved her way through the traffic of bodies. That's to be the case. It was a decision in the end. Harrison. Eunice. Ying. McKenna did the hard part and then just couldn't find the pass out. So possession will go back to the Wanderers. And we've got to play it down just in front of team's technical area, and that's Bronte True. It's just taking a few moments to get herself up, and Talia Eunice just came charging in, and that's going to be painful. She is back up on her feet, which is great to see. Ying. Headed forward by Berryhill, and eventually cleared. Caspers. Effort blocked. Zog just clearing it for distance, and Buchanan will try and pick that ball back in as Holly Caspers takes it. Knock to the ground. Berryhill trying to create an angle to get a shot away. Do manage to get one to go, but only good for a corner. And a Harada with that effort. Harrison. Deep delivery, got numbers there, headed away by Anderson. McKenna didn't want to take any chances and just cleared it long. Anderson. Tova trying to find the right pass. O'Donoghue worked it through a tight gap. Couldn't retrieve it. And next pass, but creative by Perth Glory. Anderson. Perth trying to find a way to get a third and get scoring going in the second half. And they unlock it. They're defended by Buchanan. Johnston. That's true. Not strong enough that time. Those two goals that Wanderers conceded in the the first half. That is their 13th goal. 13th goals they've conceded in the first half. Just 10 games, more than any other team in the competition. Just haven't been secure enough defensively. A large part of it does come down to at times that connection between the midfield and their defence. As Talia Yunus is awkwardly limping there. They do struggle at times to retain possession or find the right pass. Putting a defence in a lot of pressure quite high up the pitch. For the opposing side. Zog. Bruce. Wang Ying. Chisari. And a Harada. Trying to find space to attack. This ball might just have too much on it. It certainly does. Matos trying to instruct. Yunus, this is a good place to pick up the possession. Harada. Cheap foul to give away. Grace Johnston holding that right leg, and somebody in the crowd in Perth trying to help out Rachel Mitchinson. I think I know that it was Ella Buchanan who was at the scene of the crime. A lot of instructions. Individual on the in the stands. Maybe we always are needing some more referees in the game, so great opportunity to spend some time officiating and providing assistance that way. Yes, Ella Buchanan was certainly late in the collision with Grace Johnston. Really impressive player. Captain Izzy Dalton had a lot of positive things to say about her at the end of last week's game. Such a runner. Happy to get involved in attacking phases of play, and as well as her defensive tasks that she's been set. Just a real lively player. She get back into the game soon. Morrissey. Not a lot of purple shirts there. Buchanan. Harada. Hooks. Zog. Anderson. That's a little bit short. Johnston back on the field, able to play the quick pass to Tian McKenna. O'Donoghue. This is good. That pass and touch not as great. Sardo. Von Sonkamp, goal scorer in the first half. Dancing with the ball at her feet. Will she go in, out? Where will she go? Doesn't have a lot of space, and eventually just completely runs out of room in the field of play. Eunice surrounded and hounded and almost making it away. Referee's whistle there to back her up. Swarmed by both Grace Johnston and Tian McKenna, and then Bronte True got involved as well. Strong pass. Made it work. Chisari. Deflection off Tovar. We're going to have some substitutions, so Yuan Kong coming on to replace Talia Eunice. She had to work really hard. She's looking like she's limping at the moment. Kong is Chinese international in this season. She's a part of the equaliser last week, finding Millie Bennett. Holly Caspers. And well defended by Misha Anderson. We saw her go a short delivery first in the first half with Wang Ying, trying to send it back, and then they elected to go a little bit deeper. What will they pick out? This one's really deep, and Poppy Hawks got her head to it, but there's no way she was going to redirect it. Morrissey. Von Sonkamp gets a second crack at it. Third this time. O'Donoghue not able to track that pass. Dalton. Chisari. Just a little back and forth in the middle of the park. Buchanan. True. Back to defend and getting the luck of the bounce, the Wanderers. Wanderers have ventured offside. Sheet on the line as well for Perth Glory. Last week, they get another. Buchanan. Hong Kong not able to keep it in play. Caspers. Cut out by Dalton. Caspers. Don't know how Donahue managed to get possession back, but didn't really matter because they've given it straight back to the Wanderers. It's been stuck in this left-hand corner for a little while. Eventually getting across the way. Numbers in the box. And missed everybody. Wan Kong trying to get on the end of it. That went past her. Teammate in support couldn't also get a second effort. So Perth get away with one. Harrison. Tovar. McKenna. And Perth Glory, not surprised, leading the passing stats, 357 to 305. Significantly better in the passing accuracy. At least the Wanderers, they've certainly built on what was a really disappointing stat early on in this game. The most important statistic at the moment is the 2-0 scoreline. Wanderers, they need to find an answer, they need to find an option. Throw in, I've got to be honest, did not look great. It's not the ones they're teaching in the technical classes. Referee allowing a lot to go. Dalton now to go a long way and then cleared. McKenna. Dalton trying to find the run of Bronte True. Took a deflection and not saved in time. Perth winning themselves a corner. It's an inviting ball from Izzy Dalton. Didn't look like Bronte True was going to get there first, but just able to pick up speed and ball just eventually angling in her direction. It gave her just enough time. And it'll be Emma Tovar. This one's a flat delivery and headed away by Matos. We'll get a second crack at it. Tovar. This one a little higher, very deep and very wayward. Wasn't going to help anybody at all. Felt like maybe she just slightly overthought the first corner and then just did too much with the second one. O'Donoghue able to stop on a dime, switches on Sardo, and well read by Poppy Hooks. Perth at the moment with a 2-goal advantage, courtesy of 2 first-half goals from Emma Tovar and Susan Fonsonkamp. Both long-range efforts. Tovar's happening in the midst of play, and Izzy Dalton able to pick off a pass from Ella Buchanan. Tovar teed up from the edge of the box, and Wanderers trying to get themselves back into this game as time ticks on. don't know how that cross made its way in. That's a delivery that Mary got on the end of it. Certainly was inviting, but Sarah O'Donoghue slowing down, trying to get numbers. Had the chance to go alone, elected to wait, found Bronte True. That's a flat delivery and comes straight back out. Caspers, Berryhill. Wonkong able to turn and just got herself all tangled up. Not sure what happened there. Just tripped over it. Harrison. Out by Johnston. Buchanan. That's a better delivery. Kwong. Caught by Morrissey. Wonkong on target. He could power, but just straight into the path of Morrissey. Quick reaction time. Dalton. True. Forced wide. Got Dalton in support and Buchanan coming to defend and two getting tangled, and Bronte True's going to need a new shirt. That is ripped. She's asking, well, how did that happen? If I didn't get fouled, shirt was certainly pulled.
Substitution for your
We get two subs. Izzy Dalton coming off for Gabby Hollis. That's an attacking change. And as well as Ella Lincoln coming on. The forward replacing Bronte True. So that's a like-for-like sub. And Amy Chisari coming off for Liv Price. And Kim So-yoon coming on to replace Chloe Berryhill. So attacking changes for the Wanderers, bringing Kim So-yoon on. Liv Price, it's fairly like-for-like with Chisari. Trying to make an impact is Caspers. Couldn't get that ball to move the way she wanted it to. So-yoon and Wonkong combined with Millie Bennett last week to get them back level. They're going to need that sort of spark because Grace Johnston easily moves past Holly Caspers and ball well out of the reach of Ella Lincoln. Caspers. Harrison. They really are starting to run out of time. So-yoon. And into a little bit of traffic and found a way out. This is a little bit better. So-yoon out to Buchanan and just a little bit too quick. Jaspers has had to do a lot of work high up the field for the Wanderers. A lot of solo runs and just trying to hold the ball up. Hasn't had much luck. And brings aside a corner. Harrison, once again. Flat delivery, similar to the first one. In the first 45. Wang Ying coming to the near post, trying to get a flick on. That time, not getting any real luck with it. McKenna almost regaining possession. Jaspers, this is a chance. Buchanan cutting it across and finding the net. Substitute Yuan Kong. Looked like it was going to go in anyway, but Kong made sure of it. Jaspers did well to find Buchanan, and then Wan Kong getting the ball to find the net. It was actually going to go wide, needed that touch, an important touch. And it's, of course, in Perth, they're going to make a substitution. Not sure if it's by the goal that's forced it, but Sarah O'Donoghue has run her race this evening as Clancy Westaway comes on. It's going to be an important last stage of this game, last 15 minutes for Perth Glory. They had to hold on last week against the Newcastle Jets. They're going to have to do it here against the Western Sydney Wanderers. We saw in that Jets game, they really sat back and they absorbed a lot of pressure. Will that be their form of defence once again, or will they try to be progressive and try and get on the front foot and attack be their best form of defence? This game is running to a similar pattern than what we saw against the Jets. Perth got themselves the lead, feeling really confident, then coming out in the second half just a little bit flatter and not generating as many opportunities. To say they had lots of opportunities in the first half. They only had 3 shots on goal and 2 of them finding the back of the net, but all the chances seem to have dried up and they're not doing an awful lot. As Ella Lincoln chases down Buchanan. Johnston. Cut off by Liv Price. Wang Ying. And not able to stay in play. Buchanan's had to work very, very hard defensively all game. And finally getting some reward finding the right pass. There's goal scorer Ryan Kong surrounded. McKenna did well to keep it in play. Only has Gabby Holler. Next to retreat. Grace Johnston. Sardo. McKenna. Johnston. Lincoln calling for it, receiving. Isha Anderson, a foot race against Kong. Cleared. Andrews certainly building confidence in their own play. Kim So-yoon. South Korean national. Delivery was at the right height as Anna Harada just charging in. Yes. Just very awkward bouncing ball, but Harada was a little bit more awkward and eventually fouled Gabby Holler. Anderson. McKenna able to track the ball down. Zog. Anderson must be mindful. Holly Caspers is lurking. It's a wayward pass from Teresa Morrissey. Feel Wanderers building a little bit of confidence. Lincoln. Tova. Leading possession. It's evened out a little bit more than what we saw in the first half, but Perth still majority of it. As Gabby Holler was brought down. I say it's very impressive kind of defending from Wang Ying, who was almost doing the splits while also bringing Gabby Holler down. I feel like that's the kind of talent that we need in the Ninja A-League. Finding new ways to tackle players. Michelle Karmas just takes a moment. It's been a quiet second half for her. Look at that, splits and then the pull down. It feels like a WWE move if I've ever seen. Very impressive. Could have a future career as a WWE Divas superstar. Wang Ying, you never know. Karma's back up on her feet. She's back up. Such a steady force in goal. Holler. It's over. McKenna. Tovar did a 360 turn. McKenna launching off the crossbar. Lincoln trying to get in the right place. Gabby Holder can't bring it down. Took a swing at it. It was Julia Sardo. Diane McKenna certainly feeling a little bit inspired by Fonson Cam and Tovar's long-range efforts. Wanted to join the party and just missed out as Ella Lincoln gets an angle and gets the most important goal of the night. And just as Sam Kerr used to do in the Perth Glory shirts, she's flipping and may have just flipped to get Perth Glory all 3 points. Fantastic finish from the substitute Ella Lincoln, WA local. Just kept on finding more and more space on the edge of the box, and once again Shamkamas was diving and the ball was out of reach. 10 out of 10, no notes on the flip. I think Sam Kerr would certainly approve of it. That's a long, dazzling effort, but well saved by Morrissey. In the midst of all that joy, Western Sydney Wanderers have made a substitution. Millie Bennett has come on. Deep delivery. As Casper's balls bouncing around. Cleared. Saved. And saved again. There's confirmation. Millie Bennett coming on for Ali Buchanan. So attacking change. Just a little bit poor from Westaway. And quick to react was Teresa Morrissey. Headed forward. Casper's able to chase it down. But not able to bring the ball with her.
Perfect, thank you.
Not long left, and an important goal for Ella Lincoln to score. Just as it felt like the Wanderers were building. Right time to strike and put the game out of reach.
Yeah, perfect, thank you. Just come over here when you're ready. Good shin pads.
Way too much on that. Didn't have the direction either. And it's going to be Charlie Wainwright who comes on to replace Julia Sardo.
Substitution for your Perth Glory, number 24, Julia
Quite a
Sardo.
second half for Julia Sardo. He's been required as much. And the play on the other side. For Charlie Wainwright. 21-year-old coming on. Morrissey. Headed down by Wang Ying. Picked off by Johnston. And going to take it into the corner already. And it was very easy in the end from Danica Matos to win that ball back. That's a well-weighted pass to Kim So-yoon, who takes the effort from a long way out, but calm collection from Morrissey. Beautifully weighted pass. So-yoon able to get a shot away. Could see the idea, trying to get the dip over Morrissey, but calm collection. Matos, Caspers. Price couldn't keep it down.
The officials indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes of time added on.
98 games as of today. 2 more games in a Wanderers shirt. She will reach the important 100-game mark for the Western Sydney Wanderers and follow her teammate Danica Matos, who's the only true Wanderers players to ever do that. It's not too far away for Liv Price, who's been an important member of this team. 4 minutes of added time to close out the action at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Morrissey. West away. Holler. Lincoln, really important third goal scorer.
Drop it there, drop it there.
Free kick for Perth. They'll be happy to take as much time as they like. Close this game out. Another important 3 points that looks like they're going to collect unless something very, very dramatic happens. McKenna. Missed away. Lincoln. Pull up. Trying to take some time off this clock, and it's a little bit better than the first effort we saw. Keeping the ball trapped here. Lincoln. Matos wants to be quick. Caspers and Sonker providing the chase. Next up for the Western Sydney Wanderers, they're going to head home, take on the Brisbane Roar. Next Friday, 7 p.m. Yeah, another tough fixture. The Roar of certainly capable of getting shots away. Difficult opponent for the hosts here. It's been a happy home at the Sam Kerr Football Centre, but they're going to have to travel and take on the Central Coast Mariners in Gosford. That's going to be a really entertaining fixture. So that ball almost finding the run of Holly Caspers, but it goes out to Matos. And that first effort by Yuan Kong just angled down, couldn't direct it goalward. Here's Kim So-yoon trying to find a ball to get play restarted. And well, there's another sighting. Darren, the APD global robot, is finding every single angle to watch this game from. Perfect view of this corner. Deep delivery, and Yuan Kong right there. Acquired a grab from Morrissey, and that's going to be the last bit of action at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Another important win for Perth Glory. They make it 4 wins in a row at home. You can see how much it means to Lincoln and Yechizog. I'll be disappointed they couldn't hold a clean sheet, but it's the 3 points that matter. They keep putting pressure on the teams above them and around them as well. So keep winning, particularly as this ladder starts to really form once teams get back to level games. Disappointing travel trip for Jeff Abrams' side here at Sam Kerr Football Centre, where it finishes Perth Glory 3, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. There's a lot going on in this game, a lot happening, particularly in the first half, where Izzy Dalton forced the issue, found Tovar, who teed up from a long way out, slotted it beautifully into the back of the net. Sham Karmas, all she could do was dive and couldn't find the end of it.